Hello everyone, welcome to the sixth video for the playlist in which we are discussing about the important points related to job interviews for civil engineers and exam questions, and these points are also important for the site engineers, supervisors, and all those who are related to the civil engineering construction sites or projects. So today we are going to discuss three important points. So the first point for today's discussion is that we need to remember that pH value of water should not be less than 6. The water which we are mixing into the different ingredients of the concrete mixture, that water should have a pH value less than 6. Why? Because the pH value of water used in construction should be less than 6, because concrete or mortar has a pH value of 12.5 to 13. Got it? So it is in the range of basic range. So it should not be less than 6. If it goes below 6, that means that it goes into the acidic range. So we need to keep the pH value above 6, not less than 6. So this is the point you need to remember, that the pH value of water should not be less than 6. Second point is that the compressive strength of brick is 3.5 Newton per millimeter square. Got it? 3.5 Newton per millimeter square. So this is actually a general value, because on the basis of the class of the brick, either it is first class, second class, common building brick, or sun-dried brick, or fly ash brick, the compressive strengths of all those bricks varies on the basis of the type of the brick. So there are different values for the compressive strengths of the brick, but in general, we consider 3.5 Newton per millimeter square as the compressive strength of bricks. If the question is specific to any class of the brick, like if the interviewer is asking you to tell him or her about the compressive strength of the second class brick, then you can say 70 kg per centimeter square. It's in kg, but here we have written the unit in newtons, so you can convert it by using unit conversions. But I think they are not going to specifically ask any compressive strength of the types of a brick. They will ask some sort of general questions, like as an example, I have placed one question here. It is asked that what is the compressive strength of bricks, and you have given the options. So you will choose the option B as the right option, 3.5 Newton per millimeter square. Got it? So if you want to remember these values too, I have given the compressive strengths of bricks of different types of bricks: first class, second class, common building bricks, sun-dried bricks, fly ash bricks. And from this table, what you need to remember is that the sun-dried bricks have the least compressive strength, and the first class brick has the highest compressive strength. That's the important point you need to remember from this table. And the third and last point for today's video is, there is nothing to understand, but this is the point to remember, and it is important to, especially if you are a site engineer or a site supervisor, if you are doing supervision of any sort of construction project, then you need to know this point, that the steel reinforcement, to binding 1 metric ton of steel reinforcement, you need 8 kg of binding wire. If you get 8 kg of binding wire, with the help of this 8 kg of binding wire, you can bind up to 1 metric ton of steel reinforcement. Got it? So this is the point. In steel reinforcement binding, wire required is 8 kg per metric ton. This is the wire. This is known as binding wire. Here a worker is binding the wire and tying up the reinforcement. Obviously, we use this binding wire wherever there is any sort of overlap to bind two reinforcement to each other. So the point to be remembered is we need 8 kg of binding wire to bind the 1 metric ton of steel reinforcement. So this was the third and last point for today's video. We will wind up here, and in next video we will come up with more important points. So thank you for watching. See you guys in next video. Till then, good.